Hey guys, another part of my bedroom remodel series. I'm going to be putting mirrors on these dressers that I bought from IKEA a few years ago. Just giving them a little facelift. So what I'm going to begin with is some spray painting. So here I'm using a Rust-Oleum forged hammered look spray paint. I actually ended up returning this because it did not have the hammered forged effect to it, which is really unfortunate because it's really expensive. And I bought 2 cans of it, one for each dresser. And once I got done with the first dresser and I took a look at it, I kind of saw that the effect wasn't happening, but I really liked the color that this spray paint came in. So I went ahead and attempted to do the second one as well. Unfortunately, neither of them came out with the hammered look. So I returned them, and yes, one was empty. I explained to them that it did not come out with the effect it was supposed to. And they let me return it, and I just got some silver. But what you're seeing here is just this Rust-Oleum instead. Now, before you start to spray paint your surfaces, you need to make sure that you have a drop cloth to protect any other surfaces nearby. This is outside of my house in the front. And I've got a drop cloth down. I've already spray painted the one dresser you can see there in the far left corner. And make sure that you clean your surfaces before you spray paint. Otherwise, you're going to have debris underneath of the paint, and that is not cute. Now, because my bedroom is shabby chic inspired, I'm not going for a perfect look here. So it does have some imperfections and flaws in it, but that just adds to the character of the theme that I would want to go with. Unfortunately, IKEA dressers and drawers are not made to last. So while I'm waiting for the frame of the dresser to get dry, I'm going to fix a couple of my drawers with this awesome fixture that I got from eBay. You can only purchase it from the UK, and it's called Fix-A-Drawer. They cost about $10 per fixture, but they're really worth it. You can get them in a package of 4. I think I got mine for $25 for a pack of 4. Invest in it. It's good for you. Now that the 2 dressers are in my bedroom, exactly in the position where I want them, the only thing left to do majorly to the dressers is to attach the custom cut mirrors as well as the decoupage knobs. So I'm going to show you how I attach the mirrors to the front of the dresser drawers. The double-sided tape that I'm going to be using is by Scotch, and if you use 60 inches of it, it holds 15 pounds. Each of the mirrors originally were 11 pounds. Because I've had them cut down to a custom cut, they weigh less than 11 pounds. So this outdoor mounting tape or double-sided tape should give me the perfect hold. It was suggested to me by the people who cut my mirrors to use double-sided tape instead of using glue, because the glue will eat away at the mirror on the back side of the mirrors that I bought from IKEA. At first they did suggest to get a silicone-based glue, but then a guy who worked at the mirror cutting shop said that he had attempted this project before and he had had really bad results with using glue, so mounting tape was better. The only thing with mounting tape is once you apply the 2 surfaces to stick together, that is it. There's no going back. So I'm going to be really careful in applying this. Now in here, there are 12.5 yards. Because I have 6 drawers to cover, and each of the drawers are 35 inches long, it's going to take 12 yards to cover the 2 feet on each side of the mirror. And so I'll have a half a yard left over, which is about 18 inches. So I'm going to get started on removing the knobs off of here and applying the mounting tape along the length of each of the dresser drawers. With the knobs removed and the mounting tape applied to the dresser drawers, I'm now ready to actually put the mirrors on. Yay! Now the reason why I put the mounting tape on this way was because that's what the people at the glass cutting place told me to do. To put it along the length of the dresser, and then to also put small pieces of mounting tape right around where the drawer pull screw will be coming through. That's going to help to kind of cushion between the mirror and the dresser, because where they drilled the holes is a little bit more fragile than the rest of the solid piece of mirror. Also, because I just had some extra mounting tape left over, I went ahead and applied it to the middle. Now again, 60 inches of the mounting tape will hold up to 15 pounds. The mirrors weigh less than 15 pounds now. I'll probably put them at probably about 9 pounds. So this is probably about 34 inches. So double that in length and you've got 68 inches plus the 4 inches in the middle and then the 1 to 2 inches on the side. I think these mirrors are going to be pretty well held up. So I'm actually going to show you the mirror. If you decide to also do this project, I would suggest shopping around for your mirror cutting experts. The reason being, everybody's prices are different. When I looked up this project, which I found on Pinterest, and I found the actual blog online, they were able to get the mirrors cut for their dresser for $20. Everything they needed. And they had 3 mirrors on the front for each dresser drawer, mirrors on the side of the dresser, and then a mirror on the top of the dresser. So that was 6 mirrors in completion cut for $20. Now I have 6 mirrors also cut. I was not able to find a mirror large enough to have cut for the top. I really would have liked a mirror cut for the top of the dresser, but I simply just couldn't find a mirror that was within a good price range. That may be a project for another rainy day. Also, for the sides of the dresser, I didn't get anything cut because the sides of my dresser are right next to my bed and right next to the wall. So you wouldn't even be able to see it. Now, for the 6 mirrors that I got cut, it cost me $90 to have them cut. And that was actually at a discounted rate. The people that I found were the only ones in the area, and not really in my area. They were like 40 minutes out from where I live, who charge by the hour. And I actually think they charge by the quarter of an hour, because they charged me for 1 hour and 45 minutes of work, which ended up being $84. Then with tax, it brought it up to $89 and some change. A lot of the other companies that I was emailing and contacting back and forth to see how much it would cost to get the mirrors custom cut, they either charged per cut and to also polish the edges of the mirror, as well as per hole. Now I needed 2 holes drilled per mirror, so that's 12 holes total. One company told me that they would be able to cut and polish the edges of the mirror for $39.99 for all 6 mirrors. However, in order to cut 2 holes in each mirror was going to cost me $150. Yeah, $75 per hole. At that rate, I was going to be paying $900 for this project, $940 plus tax. I could just go find a mirror dresser for that price. I really could. So I contacted probably about 8 to 10 different glass cutting places. And the Xenia Glass and Lock Company in Xenia, Ohio was the only one who had a reasonable rate, because they charge by the hour and not per cut. Because it was going to get really pricey to have people cut the mirrors by cut. Now, even though I have 6 mirrors here, I originally had 4. 2 of those mirrors, they cut right down the middle, and then they cut off the length so that they would be able to fit my 35-inch dresser drawers. Then the remaining 2 mirrors, they cut to fit the larger of the 2 dresser drawers for each dresser. So what I'm going to do now is actually open it up so that you can see it. This will be the first time I see it too, because I picked them up 2 days ago, but they are a really professional place, really nice people. They were supposed to charge per hole, and I believe for holes under 3/8 of an inch, it was $12.50. So they should have charged me $25 per mirror, which would have equaled out to $150. But apparently, this guy was giving me a discount because of the holiday season. Now, I don't celebrate the holidays, but he gave me the discount and I took it. The other people who were working in his office were like, yeah, he really cut you a deal, because we charge per hole to drill in the glass. And I was like, well, I'm going to run with it. Tell him I said thank you. Because if he had charged me per hole, I probably wouldn't have done this project. It's just, it was too expensive. I would have had to come up with something completely different to do. So I'm going to open these up and show you exactly what they look like. Okay. These are the 4 smaller mirrors for the upper 2 dresser drawers. Oh, how beautiful! Yeah. Now, from where they drilled the hole, there you can see a little bit of damage to the backing of the mirror, but that's going to be covered up with the decoupage knob, so you won't really see it because the knob is wide on the back. But they're very light, so I'm pretty certain that they'll do very well on the dresser drawers, being adhered. And it's very important that your edge is polished as well. And the next thing that I'm going to do is actually clean the back of these to make sure that they're nice and clean and free of debris, so that the mounting tape won't have any problem holding on to the mirror. And just in case you wanted to know, this is the Mende mirror from IKEA. They run $10. I'm going to get to cleaning the back of these, and I will show you how they adhere to the back of to the front of the dressers. So what you're looking at right now is the actual mirror on top of the dresser drawer. And what I'm doing is making sure that each of the holes line up with the holes on the inside of the dresser, and they do not. So what I had to do was go to the store and buy a Black & Decker 1/4-inch drill bit that will go through wood. This is made out of black oxide, and it only ran me like $2.59, I believe. Well worth it. This drill I bought from IKEA. It was $20, and it came with 2 drill bits, but they were much smaller than this, and then it comes with a little set of fixtures that you put down inside of your other stuff for your drill. I don't know what any of this stuff is called. I just know that I needed all of it, and I love it. After working at a hardware store, I believe I need everything at the hardware store. So it comes with this here that you can put in the chuck or something of that nature, and it has a lot of interchangeable heads so that you can unscrew and screw things. So this was really inexpensive, and really it's better to just buy the whole kit of different sizes if you're going to be doing home improvement projects. I know that there was a couple of sets at the big box store where I bought this that were like really inexpensive. You could get like 10 or 15 different drill bits for 20 bucks or less than 20 bucks. So the purpose of getting this drill bit is to increase the size of the hole on the dresser, not on the glass. You cannot do that. You will jack some stuff up. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this mirror. I've actually got the other 5 already done over there. And yes, that's all the stuff that belongs in these dresser drawers. So those 5 are already done. Okay. And I'm just going to increase the size of each of these holes. Now, I do suggest that you wear goggles, shoes, you wear leather gloves while doing this, and make sure that you vacuum, okay? Because you will get splinters all over your hands from doing this junk without gloves. Unfortunately, I don't have any, so there's a lot of stuff that I'm doing during this home improvement project that I suggest not to do that I'm doing. But anyhow, let's increase the size of the hole. Okay. Put the mirror back on. And insert the knob screws to make sure that the new holes are going to work. Houston, we got a problem. Oh, there we go. Okay. So there's one. And there's the other. So the screws in here are actually also going to work as a guide for when I remove the mirror, remove the backing to the mounting tape, and then replace the mirror onto the dresser drawer. So I suggest that you get some Scotch tape and you tape the screw to the inside of the dresser. So I ran out of Scotch tape, unfortunately, and I don't have a car, so I can go get some more. So I had a whole bunch of Vapon Top Stick for your lace front wigs, and I'm using that to tape it down in the back of the dresser. Okay. Now I have got all of the mirrors fitted. Now I'm going to simply remove the mirrors from the top. Okay, make sure that the screws are taped in place. Make sure you clean off any debris from where you re-drilled the holes to make them bigger so that there won't be any debris messing with the mounting tape. And then I will be removing the backing and applying the mirror permanently. Stuff is no joke. It is hard to get this backing off. I do suggest getting you some tweezers and doing it. Okay, now we're ready for the application of the mirror. I'm sorry if y'all can hear any background music. My neighbors are ignorant. It's after 11 p.m. at night and they're over here bumping music, but y'all know how ratchet people do. Anyway, what I'm going to do is not quite lay it on the mounting tape yet. What I'm doing is I'm looking for the actual screw on one side and then matching it up with the other screw as well. Again, because once you drop this down, that's it. Okay. So the mirror is on. Ain't no moving it. It's a little off on one side, but it is too late to go back now. Okay. So now, that is adhered. That's it. That's the mirror. So I am going to work on the rest of them, the other 5, and I'm actually going to let them sit for an hour with the mounting tape on them. I'm probably going to flip them with the mirror side down so that they have a little bit of weight on them before I put them back into my dresser. So I got to the second to last mirror and it got hung up on the screw and broke. That's just lovely. Just lovely. So I am going to go ahead and put it into the dresser. And if I can bear to look at it, I will keep it and I'm not going to get it replaced. But we'll see. We'll see. Because again, they weren't really expensive. They charged by the hour. And it took them an hour and 45 minutes to do what they did with the 6. I think it wouldn't cost me more than like $40 to get this mirror cut, because I still got 2 extras. I bought 2 extras in case any of them broke at the glass cutting place. It's just so crazy. Almost went on without a hitch. So I'm gonna have to figure out whether or not I can put the screw back in this mirror to put the knob on or not. But that is the next step, is to put the knobs on. So I will actually show you the final result of the dressers in just a few seconds. Stay tuned. The end result of my dressers were wonderful. They look exactly how I expected them to. Very elegant and chic and unique. Everybody doesn't have a mirrored dresser. This picture is of the dresser that has the broken mirror on the very bottom. I was not worried about it. I wasn't thinking about getting another one cut because I could live with that one being broken. It's not that big a deal. This picture is just showing an up close of it. That knob was not applied with the screw. Actually, I used some of the leftover adhesive and just applied the knob that way. And that's how I would do it from now on. I would not have any holes drilled into the glass at all. Unfortunately, while I was asleep, the other knob broke. I think there was a little bit too much pressure from where the knob and screw were. So I am going to replace that mirror after all.